وبالله ومن الله وإلى الله وعلى الله وفي الله ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May the peace and blessings of Allah be on the noblest of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his household, his companions, and all those who follow in righteousness to the day of reckoning. And I take this opportunity to welcome you to another edition of Ramadan in 10 minutes on RAANOD TV. We thank Allah for this opportunity. There are three people whose supplication is never rejected. The parent praying for the child, that supplication is never rejected. The traveler who supplicates to Allah, that supplication is never rejected. And then the one who is fasting, who supplicates to Allah, that supplication is never rejected. And of course, in another rendition, the oppressed who prays to Allah, that supplication is never rejected. But because we are looking at fasting and Ramadan, then the one I want to focus on is the fact that the one who is fasting, his supplication is never rejected. So even as you fast, I will remember you. I will include you in my supplication. So as you listen to me, may Allah grant you all the lawful things that will be of benefit to you in this world, in your grave, and in the hereafter. May He do so for me too. And when you are also supplicating to Allah, please do include me in your dua, because the Prophet ﷺ said, if someone supplicates for his brother in his absence, the angels say, Amen. May Allah do a similar thing for you. So even as I remember you in my dua in your absence, the angels will say, may Allah grant me the same favor I request for you. So please do pray for me. I need good health, so that inshallah I can continue with the dawah that I'm doing. And I'm sure you also need good health, and of course the faith that will take us through. Having said that, today what do we want to learn from the life of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Remember, we have learned that he was very compassionate, very merciful, and said we should show mercy to those on earth, and the one in heaven is going to show mercy to us. We have learned that in one of our presentations. I want to, without not touching on the humility of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because we have taken that also as a concept on its own. But I want to look at how gentle the Prophet was and how forgiving he was from a different angle other than when we were talking about how compassionate and merciful the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was. So remember that even in the Quran, Allah spoke about the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and said, if you had not been patient with them and been gentle with them, they would have deserted you. If you had not been patient with them and you had not been gentle with them, they would have deserted you. As the wife of the house, there are times you need to be gentle. As the husband in the house, there are times that you need to be gentle. As the boss at your workplace, there are times you need to be gentle. As the imam of the congregation of the mosque, there are times that you need to be gentle. You need to calm down. Listen to what views others have. Sometimes when you listen, you need time to ponder over what you heard, to decipher what is right from what is wrong, so that you may not err in the decision and the direction that you are going to take. If you do not listen very well, and you do not even reflect upon that again to know that you are doing the right thing or the wrong thing, you may end up doing the wrong thing. So the advice is that be gentle, be calm. That was how Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was. To the extent that those who even opposed him knew that he was gentle par excellence. That is a quality that is missing in most of us as leaders, as imams, as bosses at our workplaces, as fathers in our homes, as wives in our homes. We lack this. Allah told him, if you had not been gentle with them and you had been harsh with them, they would have deserted you. Have we sat down to ask, why is it that the people who initially surrounded me are moving away from me? I tell you, if you find out and it is for the bad reasons, then that is, as we say, good riddance to rubbish. They can go. Don't be bothered. They have moved far away from you. But if they have moved away because of a bad quality, a bad character that you are exhibiting, and you are behaving like someone who can never be spoken to change his ways of life, then you should know that by their moving away from you, you are actually in error and you have lost good friends. So try and catch up with them so that you can patch up whatever has brought that distance between you and them. If you had not been gentle with them and you had been harsh with them, they would have deserted you. That was what Allah told the Prophet. Sometimes we think a committee is set up, an ad hoc committee, and I've been made the chairman of that ad hoc committee. I need to show my powers, like we say in the local parlance. I need to show my crotchy powers to know that I am this, I am that, I am that. Where are you taking it to? Sometimes when you can take issues at a lower pace, but you try to be harsh, it makes the people become hardened and they become more stubborn and decide not to obey. But if you are calm and gentle, they listen to you. May Allah help us to imbibe this quality of life into our lives and activities, and make us good Muslims. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.